moments. And now let us discuss some continuous cases, okay? So let us discuss some continuous cases. So the first one is, let us consider a spherical shell. मेरे साइड पे तो नहीं ब्लर है, बाकी लोग बताओ भाई।
सही आ रहा है सर।
Consider a spherical shell of radius capital R and surface charge density sigma is equal to k cos of theta. Okay, surface charge density sigma is equal to k cos theta. Find A q mono, that means monopole moment, and B approximate potential at large distances. Okay, so these two things we have to calculate. Now please understand the kind of charge density you have. So if you make a sphere like this, which is x, y, and z, and this is center point O. So the charge density is depending on theta. Okay, the charge density is depending on theta. So that means theta varies from where to where? Theta varies from 0 to pi. Please understand this. So the upper hemisphere covers from 0 to pi by 2. You understand this, everybody? And the lower hemisphere is for pi by 2 to pi. So up to pi, whole of the sphere is covered, right? So from 0 to pi by 2, the value of cos is positive. And from pi by 2 to pi, the value of cos is negative. Are you able to understand this? So if I divide the sphere into two parts, say upper hemisphere and lower hemisphere, this part will achieve the positive surface charge density and this part will have the negative surface charge density. ये सबको समझ आ रहा है?
नो सर ये 0 to pi by 2 और pi by 2 to pi कैसे?
So what is the limit in spherical polar coordinate? Spherical polar coordinate में 0 to r, 0 to pi and 0 to 2 pi. Correct?
Yes.
तो जैसे जब तुम कोई पॉइंट लेते हो, so this point is at distance small r.
Yes sir.
And this angle that you make with x-axis is phi and this angle is theta. So these are the limits. अगर total limit लेनी है तो r will run from 0 to infinity, theta will run from 0 to pi and phi will run from 0 to 2 pi. This is what? Spherical polar coordinate. समझ आया? So
Yes.
theta is equal to 0 is this line. Then theta is equal to some theta, this cone. Then you make this pi. So whole of the upper sphere will be covered. Okay? And then if you go to, so up to pi by 2, half sphere will be covered, and below that full will be covered. समझ में आया या नहीं?
Yes, sir.
सबको समझ आ गया ये बात? Everybody got it?
पाई बाय 2 में हाफ कैसे, मतलब पाई को हाफ कवर होगा ना, ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है।
अगर ये नहीं पता है तो अभी तक आप कैसे पढ़ते आ रहे हो क्लास 11th 12th से? पहले तो ये बता दो फिर मैं बता देता हूँ।
नहीं सर, यहाँ नहीं समझ
भाई
आ
ये
रहा
तो स्फेरिकल पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट का है स्टैंडर्ड, थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0 टू पाई एंड फाई इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई। जो तुम लिखते हो व्हेन यू टेक स्मॉल वॉल्यूम,
लिमिट्स में इशू नहीं है।
आर स्क्वायर साइन थीटा डी फाई डी आर। इफ आई इंटीग्रेट दिस डी टाउ, suppose radius I take from 0 to r, what I will get? 4 by 3 pi r cube. This formula you are using for volume.
सर लिमिट्स में इशू नहीं है, 0 टू पाई बाय 2 में पॉजिटिव वो समझ में नहीं है, लिमिट्स समझ में आए, थीटा में 0 टू पाई लेते इस पर।
तब तो और बहुत बुरी बात है कंचन, बताओ क्यों? क्योंकि तुम ये कह रहे हो कि तुम्हें यही नहीं पता कि 0 टू पाई में कॉस पॉजिटिव है। यहाँ पे देखो सिग्मा इज इक्वल टू के कॉस थीटा है। टेक एनी नंबर बिटवीन 0 टू पाई।
ओके,
व्हाट इज वैल्यू ऑफ कॉस 0?
क्लियर है, cos 0 1, cos पाई माइनस 1, क्लियर सर।
So that means this type of, now everything is clear, or you want to ask any explanation you can ask me. Okay, so based on this, you can see that if I just think in my mind, I can take it like this, that on z-axis, if I take the whole upper charge as here and whole lower charge as here, right, as a center, I can take it now. So that means some plus q and minus q charges are like this. That means there is a dipole moment p in this direction. That means in z cap direction. Can you see that? बताओ भाई।
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes? भाई बोल नहीं रहे कोई भी? Are you all sleeping today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I consider this
Yes.
positive charge as here and negative charge as somewhere here, just for the sake of simplicity, so that means there is a dipole moment in z cap direction. We can see that, right? But before that, let us calculate q mono. What will be q mono? So q mono will be just, how to calculate this? Integral sigma dA. Yes or no? That will be integral k cos theta. And what is the small area on this? Huh? R square sin theta d theta d phi. Correct? So I will have to make double integral. For theta, it will be 0 to pi, and for phi, it will be 0 to 2 pi. So it will be equal to 0. Correct? Because sin theta cos theta, see, phi has no problem, it will become 2 pi. But sin theta cos theta will become sin 2 theta. right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And that integral from 0 to pi will become 0. Okay. So Q mono is 0. So answer to this question, approximate potential at large distances, is clearly V is proportional to 1 by R square. Correct? Now
Yes,
let us
sir.
now let us calculate the actual dipole moment, because this just I am giving the dependence. So Q mono is gone. Now we have to calculate the dipole moment. What is the dipole moment? Tell me. Dipole moment P is equal to C
integral
integral
sigma dA into R.
R dash
Cos theta.
sigma and dA. So please see it like this. Sigma dA is charge and this is distance. Dipole moment is charge into distance. Okay. This R dash is a vector. Is that okay? Now, because
सर एक
if
cos
you
theta भी होगा ना?
in dipole moment, what is there? Sigma
समेशन RI QI होता है ना? डाइपोल के लिए समेशन RI QI होता है, तो यही होना चाहिए.
no. This is P naught there, and then comes
सर continuous में cos theta होगा ना?
हाँ, well, I mean there is a dot product. I will just resolve it into
Okay,
different components. Huh?
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So why? Because please see, the charge is changing. So I can't integrate before I resolve it. Okay. Okay. So let us do that. So I have given you the formula. Please see it for dipole moment. एक मैंने इंटीग्रेशन आपको बताया हुआ है ना. It is 1 upon r. First term is gone, and then it is 1 upon r square cos theta rho r d tau. Okay. So let us calculate px, py, and pz. So what will be the value of px if I just resolve it? Because sigma is depending on theta. So I will have to resolve it to get the different values. So what is dipole moment px? X component of this. It will be integral x dash into sigma dA dash. Correct? So what will be value of x? बताओ जरा. क्या होता है? R sin theta cos
Cos
phi.
phi.
And what is sigma? K cos theta. And what is dA? R square
Sin theta d theta d phi.
sin theta d theta d phi. सिर्फ साइन वाले पे ध्यान दो. ओके. Because phi will be right sin theta cos phi. So please see this. Let us do the phi one first. Cos phi integral sin phi.
Sin phi.
And phi goes from 0 to 2 pi, so this will make it 0. Then py will be integral.
It will also be 0.
Yeah. It will be y dash sigma dA. फिर क्या होगा? It will be integral. What is y dash? R sin theta
Sin-
cos phi. R cos theta cos phi. And then again k cos theta. And then again r square sin theta d theta and d phi. Again you see, because of this cos phi, this will become 0. Are you getting, everybody? So as I predicted that there will be dipole moment in z cap direction. मैंने पहले ही predict कर दिया था. You remember that? So that's why you see x and y component are finished. Now the final component is pz.
Sir, r sin theta sin phi होगा.
Sorry.
R sin theta sin phi होगा sir.
Yes, sir. R sin theta sin.
Oh wait. Sin theta cos phi, then sin theta sin phi. Oh sorry. This will be sin theta sin phi. Okay. So this time sin phi will be integrated from 0 to 2 pi, and that will be also 0. Okay. ठीक है? Now what about
Yes.
pz? Let us take pz. Can I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Now what about pz? Let's take pz. Pz will be integral 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi. What is z? R cos theta.
R dash cos. R cos theta.
And then k cos theta. And then r square sin theta d theta d phi. That is for a small patch on the sphere. So if you take a small patch, small area, that is r square sin theta d theta d phi. If you integrate it in full limit, it will give you 4 pi r square, which is the surface area of the sphere. Correct? So now let us integrate this. What will be this? Pz is equal to, check करो जरा, integrate करो. It will be 4 pi k r cube four pi k r square by 3. And if you put a vector, it will be a z cap. Is it okay? You just do this separately. Integrate 0 to pi sin theta
Sir, r
cos
cube होगा.
square theta r cube, no?
Yes sir.
This r is also there. Sorry, r cube sin theta cos square theta and d theta. Okay. So put cos theta is equal to t. So minus sin theta d theta is equal to dt. Correct? So it will become integral minus sin theta d theta is dt. So it will become t square dt, which is equal to minus t cube by 3 put it back, t cube minus 1 by 3, put t is equal to cos theta, cos cube theta from 0 to pi. Okay. And when you put cos pi, it will become minus 1, so it will become 2 by 3. समझ आ गया? This integral. And this integral is straightforward. d phi will give you 2 pi. So 2 pi will become 4 pi, and this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is your dipole moment, Pz. And if you want to write a potential at any r cap, so what will be the potential? V is equal to, tell me. It will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught
R square.
P dot r cap by r square. Correct? So P dot r cap will give you a cos theta, right? So it will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4 pi k by 3 r cube. Z cap dot r cap will give you a cos theta term. So a cos theta. And 4 pi will cancel. So this is the answer of potential. By r square. So this I have written from when we did P is equal to summation Ri Qi. So just Qi I have written as sigma dA, nothing else. Okay? समझ आ गया सबको?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
सर
हम्म
अगर एनी टाइप ऑफ चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन दिया है
हम्म
तो अगर मैं कॉस थीटा के टर्म से स्टार्ट करूं मतलब पी कॉस थीटा जो वी डाइपोल मोमेंट का जो वैल्यू है तो आंसर गलत आएगा ना?
मतलब मैं
मतलब
समझा नहीं.
ये जो एक्स वाई एंड जेड अलग अलग से हमने
हाँ
करा।
हाँ और क्या, obviously, because what are you missing? You are integrating without realizing that charge distribution is changing. Before you fix the direction of a vector, you can't integrate. That you understand?
यस सर, यस सर।
तो ये क्वेश्चन ठीक है, समझ आ गया?
यस सर।
You write it in note because I have done many questions, if you remember, of cone, of ring, where the charge was changing in the profile of cos theta, right? So when that is happening, you have to first fix the direction. Once the direction is fixed, then you can add. By when you can add things? When they are in the same direction. Are you getting it or not? Otherwise, you can't integrate.
यस सर।
So similarly, I give you as a home exercise that you take sigma is equal to k cos theta by r. Okay, and this is a disk charge like that. Suppose it is like this, a disk. I mean, something like this. Okay. A disk is there like this. This is z axis, and sigma charge density on this surface is like this. Okay. This is z is equal to 0. And this is x, this is y, and this is z. Correct? The center is at O. Okay? The radius is R, capital R. So if such a charge profile is there, that means as you go further, तो पहले तो cos theta ही देख लेना. What is this theta? Tell me, Kanchan, can you tell me what is the theta? Minimum value of theta and maximum value of theta?
0 to pi.
No.
2 pi.
This theta is not that theta. This theta is pi.
0
Because you
to
see it
2
is on the
pi.
plane.
0 to 2 pi.
Not 0 to pi. It is 0 to
2 pi.
2 pi. Because this is azimuthal angle. So you have to understand this. So everybody see this carefully. That this is point P in spherical polar. This is theta. And when you are rotating on this XY plane, so this angle is phi, right? This angle is phi. Now, when only this rotating angle is given, even if it is written as theta, it is actually phi. Are you getting it or not? This is r theta phi. सबको समझ आया? Everybody got it? तो जब cos में move करोगे तो this angle is theta. So cos 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. And cos pi by 2 is 0. So here charge will be 1 unit, here 0. And then again, what will happen in 2 pi? Tell me.
1, sir. At pi it is -1. At 2 pi it is equal 1.
So divide it from 0 to, what will happen? 0 to, so cos कैसा होता है? It is like this. This is 0. This is pi by 2. Then 0 pi by 2. And then this.
Pi.
This is pi. And then
3 pi by 2 and 2 pi.
here, no? 2 pi.
Yes.
Correct? तो देखो, let us do it. तो कर ही देता हूँ. So what will be Q mono? Q mono, suppose I get, it will be integral. Tell me jaldi, quickly. Sigma dA. And this will be integral K cos theta by R. And what will be small area?
R dr d theta.
R dr d theta. R and R cancels. And this is what? K capital R. And d phi will be integral 0 to 2 pi d theta actually. R dr d theta. So d theta into cos theta, which is equal to 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now let us, because this is simply what in 2D it is just polar coordinates, right? The spherical polar becomes polar coordinate. Dipole moment, let us get. What will be px? What will be py? बताओ भाई.
Sir, px is equal to pi k r square by 2.
Px will be integral r cos theta.
K cos theta by r.
Sigma is k cos theta by r into
R dr d theta.
r dr d theta. So what this value will give? R and r will cancel. This r will become k r square by 2. And this will give a integral 0 to 2 pi cos square theta d theta. This is just upper limit by 2. So it will become k r square by 2 into upper limit by 2 will be pi. So this will be the answer. Px. देखो ठीक है. So Px is finite. So you see this here, charge will be positive up to here, and then 0 to pi is positive, pi by 2 and how much? From pi by 2 to
Pi.
no, not pi. 3 pi by 2.
3 pi by 2, sorry.
So from
Okay.
pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 it is negative, like this, right? And again here it is positive. So that's why you can think it like this. अगर मैं ऐसे plane में draw करूं तो it is like this. This was your x-axis. So in a way, here positive and here negative. देखो सही बताएं? So that's why
Yes.
Px is finite. Correct?
Yes.
Negative to positive direction. So in the direction of x. So that's why you see it is positive. And when you calculate Py, it will be integral r sine theta and k cos theta. K cos theta by r and r dr d theta. Now this will become 0 because of presence of sine theta and cos theta. Okay? They will become
Okay,
sine
sir.
2 theta and that will become 0. So Py will be 0. समझ आया सबको? Tell me.
सर
Yes.
सर ये हम लोग ये डायग्राम से भी कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं कि y में डाइपोल फॉर्म नहीं है,
हाँ
right?
हाँ
तो
बिल्कुल. Yes, we
Yes,
can do
sir.
that.
Yes,
Because
sir.
this charge will have center somewhere here and this whole charge will
Yes,
have
sir.
center somewhere here. So I can assume q and minus q here. So that means net dipole moment will be in this direction, right?
Yes,
No
sir.
dipole moment will develop in this direction. That you can see from diagram for sure.
Yes, sir.
So this is okay for everyone? Can I erase? बोलिए भाई. So no issue of shifted origin, right? Origin and अब एक और मैं क्वेश्चन देता हूं. स्फेयर है, radius is capital R and rho r theta is kr by r square r minus 2r and sine theta. Now you have to find q mono, p quadrupole moment, and v proportionality. This is the question. Will you give a try to this? Let me put the answer so that you can match. एक बार try करना, अच्छा लगेगा. अब ये r पावर n क्या हो जाएगा? बताओ जल्दी से कोई. Tell me somebody.
3 सर.
सर ये क्वाड्रुपल मोमेंट का आएगा सर.
So what will be this?
4 r cube 3.
Yes? ये एक बार try करना. Everybody will try. Okay?
सर ये आर स्क्वायर है आर क्यूब है.
Where?
के आर बाई.
ये
जी यस यस.
r square.
ओके सर.
नोट कर लो अच्छे से. Okay? चलो बाकी we will discuss in next class. So we are
सर
very close to. हाँ. Yes?
सर इसको देखकर तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि डाइपोल का जो डाइपोल फॉर्म ही नहीं हो रहा है. इस साइन
हाँ.
थीटा को देखकर बोल सकते हैं हम डायरेक्ट.
So you will have to integrate na to get it. Okay?
हाँ हाँ ना मतलब मैं जस्ट देखकर. ठीक है सर.
I think don't believe in that because you will have to integrate. I have done the integral sine square theta cos theta from 0 to pi. That will become 0. Okay?
यस यस.
But let us do it. Huh? हमेशा speculation is not good. Okay?
ओके सर.
So everybody will do this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.